Hello, folks. Welcome one more week to Thinking Out Loud. Sorry, because I was hearing myself twice because I had YouTube open. That's fixed now. So today is the last day of the Thinking Out Loud season. So I'm already dressed for holidays, as you can see. I don't. I wish I had a mojito or a caipirinha here, but that is not going to happen. That is not going to happen. Just in case someone wants to bring me one. And so to sum up, to finish the Thinking Out Loud season, this today, um, I wanted to invite someone from the community, someone who has been around for a while, someone who has been contributing a lot, and and I was like, mm, who should this person be? And immediately I was like, Ace. Ace will be the person, right? So let's invite Ace. Let's invite Ace for what? So you know that thinking out loud, it's usually a casual chat, and it's not an exception today. So it's a casual chat, and that we'll have just a casual conversation here. So we'll talk about the new ambassador program, how to contribute to ASIN KPI, and the experience Ace had contributing to ASIN KPI, and and any idea that might pop up in the during the conversation, because it's no script. We just have a topic, but there's no script. So before I continue, let me do the usual ceremony. So if you want to have closed captions, please head over to our YouTube channel. This is youtube.com/asyncKPI, and you should be able to enable them there. I hope so. If YouTube is not doing weird stuff again today. Um, then also let me remind you that we try to do this as collaborative as possible. So if you want to join the conversation, you can do it via chat, and we will be more than happy to have you in the conversation. Also for trolling, and you can do whatever you want. You can, I mean, just be respectful. That's the only thing. But other than that, uh, you can throw whatever comment you want there. And last but not least, I want to highlight the work that is happening right now towards the ASIN conference 2022. And this conference is going to happen this year in November. That's the only thing we know. We don't even know the place or the exact dates. It's going to be in person and virtual. And you can find more information on conference.asinkpi.com. Why don't we know when it's going to happen exactly and where exactly it's going to be? It's because, as everything we do in KPI, we do it community driven. So if you want to make an impact on these decisions, head over to conference.asinkpi.com. There's a survey there, and we're asking people, we're surveying people. Surveying sounds really weird to me. We're asking people where is the best place among of course, a closed set of locations, because we cannot do it in every place. In every place in the world, that would be unmanageable for us. But we have like a set of locations and dates, and we want to know when it's the best time for all of you to attend the ASIN KPI conference. So thanks, Pedro, my friend Peter, for the compliments on the flashy shirt. One more time, as you said, of course. So Peter is the one that is actually advising me on my dress, on how should I dress. I'm kidding, he's not, but he will love to do it, I'm sure. So yeah, let's not entertain this more, and let us welcome Elegbede Azeez, so also known as Ace, and let's pray that the audio is working. Let's see.
Okay, can I say something? Can you hear me?
Oh, yes, it's working. I can't believe.
Oh, you,
So just
you know
just so people
you know
know,
what,
yeah.
Frank? You know what? You know, I was in the backstage and I was so praying, God, let it. I don't want to use screw.
What did
I
you
want to
promise
flaunt
to
my
God?
camera.
What did you
I
promise to
said,
God this time?
I will be a good child. I will listen to my mom.
Oh man, make sure that you promise things that you can't commit to.
Of course, man.
So we're joking. We were joking because so A is just got a brand new camera, right? And it's only working with Firefox for some reason. And the problem is that historically Restream was not working with Firefox. I mean, the audio wasn't working, and it was making you sound like a robot. And I was like, I don't know. Anything can happen. Let's just try. Oh, we got spam. That is cool. We're getting spam.
I thought I was the only one who saw that.
This is the first time that it's happening. We're getting spam in the live stream. That is cool. This means that we're making noise. That is a good sign. But yeah, so Ace, mate, will you mind to introduce yourself, like who you are? Who's Ace?
Hi, hello everyone. So I'm Elegbede Azeez. So I'm popularly known as Ace in the community because why not? The name seems pretty short. So and I've been a contributor in the SKPI community since last year, I guess, early last year, and I've been in this community. I've been active. I've been playing my role as a contributor, and guess what? I never knew like there is a community out there that treats its contributors like family. Like I don't know.
Like people,
No, I
not
don't
like
want to use
resources.
people. No, but like do you get it? Like family. And I felt so welcome. And I was like, oh man, I belong here. I have to be here. Like, and I was like hooked. So and you know, I'm still here.
So tell us a little bit about a little bit more about you. How did you get into async KPI? Like why were you working on a company or something, studying or
Okay. So I how I got into Instant KPI was actually a little bit of roller coaster. You know, I don't have those sweet stories. Do you get? So just bear with me, okay? So I was in college, right? You know, I was in college and I just like heard about open source and what you can like do with open source, and I was so interested in open source because I've just been by myself, you know, building projects like a normal person would do, and I wanted to do more, right? I wanted to do contribute to what people are using, right? So I actually like started looking into open source. Then I was so confused about how to like start contributing, right? Because I saw all these big bases, and I was like, oh no, how how do I get to contribute? I was
good luck, right?
I was so confused, mate. And you know, then I saw there was this date library I was using then, and I was going through the documentation, and I think there is a particular aspect in the docs that there was a typo in the docs, right? You know, the typo was actually a crazy one. So it's just a single letter, like a single word. So I think it was supposed to be two to, right? But it was ISE. And I was like, okay, I think these hold on, Fran. So I was like, I think this maintainer like made an error, right? So I reached out and I opened an issue, and the maintainer was like, I don't see any problem with it, right? So since nobody complains about it, and I was like, No, I'm complaining.
And I'm someone.
I was like, I mean, man, and the maintainer was like, oh, if you know you don't like it, why don't you fix it? I was like, oh, really? Then I just like, edited the typo, changed two to is or is to two, and I submitted a pull request. And
But that is actually a very
the,
sweet story.
the maintainer, like, then I actually like mentioned the maintainer. I was like, hey, dude, I opened the pull request. Can you check it out? And he couldn't stop laughing because he couldn't believe I was so persistent
For a
about
typo.
particular it was pretty hilarious, man, and it was very funny. And the maintainer actually, you know, saw that I was so disturbing about that issue that he actually merged the pull request. So I woke up one morning. I woke up the next. I woke up the next morning and I was checking my emails and I saw, oh, somebody made my pull request. Like it made my whole day. Like I I logged in on GitHub and I saw my changes move to the master branch or to the main branch rather, and I
Mm.
was like, what? I did it. I, I
I
contributed to
know.
open source. So
I
it was
know
like
that feeling, man.
it was so cool. I was like the happiest man on earth that day. And I was like, wow, I started reaching out to my friends via WhatsApp. Hey man, do you believe I just like my pull request got made? And they were thinking maybe it was something like a really big impact, right? And they were so curious. They were so curious to know the impact I made. And when they checked it, they were like, "Oh, come on, man! Really?"
It's a typo.
I was like, "Whatever, man! I contributed. It got merged into the main branch. Like people are saying it, right?" And it was
Yeah.
so cool. And ever since, I got so hooked to like wanted to like do more, right? So I
Yep.
started like contributing to more open source projects. So I've actually like got like open pull requests that got made in projects like Parcel, React. Like the React
Mhm.
one was like awesome, like a tool, a library I use very well. Like I saw my pull request get made, and this time it is not a documentation, it is not a typo, right? Now it is like a code. And-
It is actually, I changed the variable name. It wasn't a typo, it's on the code.
it's real good. And it's like it got merged and it was really cool, right? And because somebody I know, a friend of mine, so told me about Google Summer of Code last year. So it
Mhm.
was like, you should check out Google Summer of Code. It is open source and you get to like get paid to even do it. And I was so hyped. I was like, wow, let's go. And I went there. I started going through the list of projects, right? And I was like, okay. Then I saw, different projects from different organizations. And a lot of them, most of them look scary, right? And most of them, like, I was like, the ones that doesn't look scary to me, like a lot of people are already there that they wants to do it, right? And the ones that look scary, you barely see people there. And I was like, oh God, what am I supposed to do? I was so scared, like it's my first time, and I felt so so nervous. So then I saw Postman. Then I went to Postman organization. I saw the list of the issues, the one related to Newman and stuff. Then the next section, then I saw async API. I was like, what, like data. So I started like reading more. Then I saw that async API actually, tried to like get into Google Summer of Code, but they weren't given the opportunity. So they went through Postman. So they were like together, right?
Yep.
And I was like, I started going through all this really pretty stuff out there in the project there. and I was like, okay, I think this project seems pretty interesting, right? Then I got to meet the community, and the first thing, like, there's this certain feeling you get when you get to somewhere and immediately, like, let me just call it love at first sight, right? So it was like a love at first sight, right? So I got there and I was wow, like wow, right? Because I've joined during my days in um, doing open source. Like, I was contributing randomly. I've joined different groups. I've joined Slack groups. I've joined guitars. Like, I've never seen one that like looks like that. And I felt that was why I fell in love at first time. I was like, it was so welcoming. And
Yeah.
immediately I felt like I already belong. And
That is really
then
cool.
I knew something crazy is going on in this community that I have no idea. But because immediately I joined, I knew I belonged there. Then then the coolest part was when I started trying to like make my first contribution to the SNKPI website. Then I see these pretty cool people already like following me up on the issues, right? I open a pull request. They tell me, oh, you fix this, you need to adjust this, you need to like do this, like a follow up, like I don't even know what to call it, like a direct follow up. Like, it's just like you're working in a typical company where you have like your senior engineers like monitoring you on how to do stuff. And I was like, what? Like, this is my first contribution. And I already get this conversation, like this feeling of, hey, you belong here. Like, we are here to like.
Oh, I lost him. I'm not sure if it just me. Looks like it's his problem, as I'm seeing here. Hmm. Can someone confirm if you also stopped hearing him and seeing him? Let me check in the meantime. Yeah, he's frozen. Okay. Okay. Let me try to ping him and see. Ooh, he dropped. Nice. Okay, last thinking out loud episode. What could happen? Of course, like all these things had to happen at some point, of course. So in the meantime, I have no idea what to tell you. I was super engaged listening to Ace. I think his energy is is really good, and I love him. Um, and yeah, so let's me. He's writing to me on the private chat. Big beatbox time for me. Okay. Imagine that I start now like no, not beatbox for me. I'm really bad at this. I can break dance maybe, but you will not be able to see it. No, I don't have space. I promise at some point I'll show some videos of me breakdancing in the past. One day when I feel ready to share them. Damn it. And Peter knows. So Peter knows me from a long time already. He has seen me breakdancing. Okay, so Ace is back. So yeah, Sergio is telling that I breakdance on the
Hey
SNKP
guys, hey guys.
conference.
I'm pretty sorry about this. Okay, so
That's okay.
I
That's okay.
I have internet issues. Okay, but very soon I know this will be all over, right? I'm gonna be able to afford a very high internet speed connection later. So just bear with
And
me.
then And tell us why. Why will you be able to afford it?
Because I'm joining Postman, guys. See? So I'm gonna have my own money.
Yes, we couldn't we couldn't like not do it, right? Like it was we were looking for someone to help us, with community work and so on, and it was like Ace is fucking always there, so we need to try, right? We need to try. So yeah, and Lucas, yeah, of course, this is all Lucas stuff. So yeah, he will be working for Lucas, reporting to Lucas, working
He-
for
he
Lucas
don't-
actually.
Lucas said, I sold my kidney for him, so he has my kidney.
So- yes. So yes, he sold his kidney for you. So yeah, you
Yes,
better do it. You better do it well, or he will kill you.
of course.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. He will
So
not kill you, but he will go after you. Nah, nah.
so guys, so sorry for the connect for the cut. So as I was saying, so I joined and I knew immediately this is where I belong, right? And ever since I've been here, like I've gotten support from the community, from everyone involved in the community, and it was like I think it is the best experience I have so far. And the most interesting aspect is actually how it contributed to my growth. And I think that is one thing I can't take for granted, right? And you say I just look back a year ago and I see myself like doing things I never had an idea I could do a year ago. And look at me right here, like I'm doing it. I spoke at my first in-person conference in front of crowds, preaching about async API spec and the whole ecosystem around it. And it was so cool. And I was like, if somebody told me a year ago I would be doing this, dude, I'm going to argue, right? I'm like, no, 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 I'm not sure. I'm not sure I'll be doing this and stuff. But look at what the community actually contributed back to me as an individual contributor, and it goes a long way. I just wish every community out there in tech just like follows what its KPI does, and I think open source will be the coolest thing that ever happened.
It is really changing the lives of many people. I'm realizing, like after getting into open source, I mean, my life in the first place, like I can see it, of course. Like if you tell me a little bit longer, like I don't know, 4 years in the past, or even 3 years in the past, if you told me that I will be working full time in open source, and getting well paid for that, not just a little money, then it's like I will be like, mm, might be possible, but yeah, I don't think so, right? So yeah, and even more, I will say, like it's not just myself. Um, it is not just myself and you, for instance, and other people getting the money from this, but it's them. It's saving lives. We're saving lives sometimes, like when it happened, with the war in Afghanistan, with with the war in Ukraine as well, like organizing the community, like in another group, not inside the ASIN project, but from the ASIN you get to know many other people, and then you organize other initiatives separately, and they manage to to get help from folks, and really quickly, and did it. To me, I think when this happened to me, is it was like I understood that we can really make an impact globally with this, like we can really make a huge impact, not just in technology or in a specific project or in code. Like it's people helping people, right? So that is, and to me that is like that. There's no better job to be honest, like right now, that I could be trying to get. So yeah, and actually, you have people, you have Dipayan agreeing with you, like yeah, that he relates with you on that, and it's, yeah, it's true. It's
Yeah,
fucking
that's
true.
like it's super
So yeah,
awesome, man.
yeah.
It's super awesome.
Is it? Um, so far, you've only told us great stories about. I'm gonna just pinch you a little bit here. Like, what the hell happened, man? Share it. Don't be ashamed. Share it.
So you need to be specific here, Fran. Okay,
Yeah.
because when you said what the hell happened here, I was like, okay, happened where?
Like 2 days ago, maybe, or a few days ago.
Oh, oh, come on, man,
Not two
come
days ago,
on.
but a few days ago.
Oh, no, no, I wasn't prepared for this. Okay.
That's why I'm asking you.
But
Because it's a.
I'm gonna share it, right? So, okay, guys, this is like super embarrassing, right? And in my aspect, like to me, I felt like this is super embarrassing, but I got to like know from people that have been there before, that have shared their experience, and they told me, "Come on, man, you don't have to like feel so ashamed of yourself about it, right?" Because I just felt like I failed, right? Like, it's like, dude, you're not good at anything. You suck. It's just crazy, right?
but
So
yeah, yeah.
I was like, so I was presenting at API Days. So and the title of my talk is Zero to Hero with Async API, right? And this is like my first virtual in person, like virtual, not even a recorded talk, right? So it wasn't recorded. It was like a live stream virtual conference talk. Like that was my first one, right? And I was super hyped about it. I like practiced my talk, and I was like, oh, I think I'm ready, right? So I wanted to like prove to myself, you can do this. So I only had 25 minutes, right? So I wanted to make it count. So I wanted to do a quick workshop to like carry my audience along, right? So I started it like it was going smoothly. And so I was defining the ACKPI spec. So it is YAML. So I since that day, I've totally hate YAML. So I'll go with JSON schema any day. Any day I would go with JSON schema. So I was writing the specification, I was writing the spec, and I thought I was doing something cool because I was using VS Code. So I was like writing it. I was like, feeling like a geek. Like, oh god, I'm so good. Then I copied the spec and use a CKPI Studio online to like test because I wanted to show the audience that you can get a real time a real time documentation out of your spec, right? And I pasted it there in the studio, and the next thing I saw was crazy, right? Because I was looking forward to actually see a dog, right? Then what I saw is just red, like, and when you see red stuff, red is bad.
Lots of errors.
You see, red is bad, right? Then I was like, okay, this can't be that bad, right? I could just fix it because I feel it's just some spacing in the YAML file. Then I started trying to like fix the spacing. Then I saw, oh my god, this is looking pretty bad than I imagined, right? Then I started panicking.
You start
You know?
panicking, and then it gets worse.
I started panicking, and it was getting so much worse. And because I also have my mind in the time I have left to like do the workshop, and I could hear my own heartbeat, and I was sweating. Like I was like, this is going bad. This wasn't what I planned. What's wrong, right? And it was a terrible experience because then I now noticed like I was able to fix the spacing, right? And I noticed even the issue wasn't actually the spacing, the issue was because I spelled server as servers.
You use the plural, right?
So yeah, and and we have Mashik was actually the next
Yeah.
person to speak right in the conference after me, and Mashik was actually in the backstage. And I think I was then I knew I have somebody in the community there with me. And Mashik was actually texting me before. I wasn't paying attention that he was actually trying to help me out from the backstage. But I
Yes.
was already panicking, so I was
Yeah.
confused. I had no idea what was going on. So
When this happens, you cannot look anywhere else. Your eyes and
exactly.
all your attention is there. It's like I need to find it as soon as possible.
Yes.
Please.
And Mashik actually like pointed out to me, and it was crazy because when Mashik wrote in the backstage that servers, that he added an asterisk saying, "Oh, I think you have to like spell it as a plural." Then I saw it, but I never knew that was what he was saying. I thought he said I should look at the server payload. Maybe I have some typo there. And I was looking, I was like, dude, like it is not server. Like I can't find the issue here. And he was telling me servers, not server. And I had no idea. That was what Mashik was saying. And I just have to like bring Mashik up stage because I had no idea what was going on. And
That would have
Mashik
been
just
really cool. That would have been really cool. Like inviting Matic to stage and it's like, "Hey, let me fix this and then help me fix this, and then you can get out."
exactly. And they brought Mashik off stage, and Mashik said, servers, not server. And I was like, oh God, like, what the heck is going on?
So
Like, how come?
what happened with the talk? What happened with the talk in the end with the presentation?
Because I couldn't finish it, right? So I
Yeah.
couldn't finish it as planned. So I just have to, like, round up the rest. We just, showing some stuff and just complete the presentation. Oh, this is
Ooh.
bad. This is bad. You see why I felt Postman's gonna help me out.
Yes.
So I
Indeed.
can I can afford my stuff.
You're
It's
still live. You're still connected. We can still hear you and see you. So that's good.
okay.
That
Yeah.
is good.
so so then Mashik like they asked like just finish the presentation and round up. Oh, somebody said come Mashik to fix it. Like, Mashik, where are you? Come fix my light.
Magic is on holidays already. I think holidays mood. Most
That's
probably.
Sagio, that's cool. So
So
I had to like just round up the conversation, the presentation out there, and just like I couldn't finish the workshop, right? So I have to just show some little stuff. I just round up because I was running out of, I've run out of time already. And
yeah.
after the presentation, I just like reach out to Lucas, Fran, you, and Mashik about how terrible I'm feeling at the moment. About how
Well,
crazy this is.
I know how it feels. Like the reason I'm telling you to tell this story publicly now in the live stream, and you tell me like I'm not prepared, I'm not ready for this, and it's like yes, that's why I want you to tell the truth, like be completely transparent and honest. Like what the hell happened? Yeah, you messed it up, but that happens to every one of us, right? That happens, and because I told you privately, like I went to Vancouver to deliver a workshop. Just to find there in place that I couldn't do the workshop because I couldn't connect to an MQTT broker on a public on the hotel Wi-Fi because the hotel Wi-Fi was capping the any protocol that is not the HTTP protocol, right? And that is so it was only allowing HTTP traffic. Obviously, like every public Wi-Fi network, they have this for security, right? And I didn't think about that, so I went to I and all the attendees, we all flew to Vancouver in Canada just to see me there. Do the workshop and learn from my workshop, and no workshop, it had to be canceled. So and I was like
Crazy.
really ashamed. I was really ashamed. I was thinking of using my own phone connection, like but it was like I don't know. how many people are here? Like 40, 50 people, 40, 50 people connected to my phone. This is not gonna, this is not gonna work, right? On top of that, I'm not in Spain, so I'm in Canada, and my SIM card is from Spain. So yeah, charges will apply. So it's gonna be fucking expensive, even if it works, right? Which I don't think it will have worked. But so the only thing that I could do is, look, people, here's the workshop content. I'm gonna share this with you, and you can try it yourself at home whenever you have time. And I'll be happy to answer any questions privately after after this conference and so on. Because and I messed it up, like, yeah, and I was feeling really bad because people paid for that, right? And I was like, they flew to Canada, right, for that. So yeah, like, you're not alone. You're not alone, man. Like, you're not the only one. You just experienced something that is gonna make you better in the long term. So you next time you're gonna be better prepared.
Of course.
Next time you're gonna record the demo, and if it fails, you're gonna just show
I'm
the
gonna play
video.
for
Like,
them.
here's the video. It's just and the video doesn't fail, right? The video doesn't
Of
lie.
course.
You
Yeah,
will not
no,
do
no.
typos in the video. Right, so yeah, and the reason I wanted you to share this is, for everyone watching us now and watching the recording, is uh, that can happen, but that's fine. Like, we're humans, and everyone out there watching you are also humans, and you're given this information for free. Like, for instance, in API days, this time the ticket was free. You were not getting paid for that as well, so everything was for free. So, man, you were trying to give it for free, right? So, and people were receiving it for free. So who can complain about that? You tried your best. You were feeling embarrassed, and so on. So you were exposing yourself to this kind of situations for free, right? For no money. And so who could be criticizing you? Only an asshole could criticize you. That's it. Like,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
just you, but or not just me in this case, but like, everyone who's listening to us. Like, if you thinking about speaking in public, and you want to do it, like, go ahead and do it. Go ahead and try it. If you fail, fuck off. Nobody will care. No, but not but real for real. Like, how many failed talks do you remember from conferences? None
No,
of them. How many boring talks do you remember? None of them. You don't
no.
remember. But if there is a talk that is outstanding and really good, and it's really cool, you will remember this talk. So it is actually good. Like, you can try to do something good, and if it's not good, nobody will ever remember. So who cares? Right? So then who cares? You care, okay, but don't care that much, right? It's like, don't punish yourself that much, because this can happen to every one of us, right? So yeah, we're humans, and we fail, and it's beautiful. So yeah, that's why
Of
I
course.
wanted you to share the struggle and the failures, right?
You can see, so you can see everyone, like, in this live stream, and if you are probably watching the recorded talk, so, like, I think this is just an indication, or this is a particular sign. You can see the reason why async API community is, like, the best, like the async API initiative, right? You can see, like, Fran is actually a maintainer, like an active member of the community, right? And I'm an individual contributor, and you can see how Fran and the entire team, the entire member, was able to, like, make me feel good about what just happened, right? That was, like, I think only family does that, right? So, hello, we are families, right?
Look, if you keep speaking so good about us, people are going to start thinking that we're paying you for saying these words, right?
What?
so yeah, you, and also, like, don't worry, you don't have to say these good things. You already got the job. That's okay. Kidding.
I have to say it, right? Because to me, it inspires me a lot. because when I look back, I always like when something inspires you, I believe tell people about it, right? So I can just keep myself, like I can shut up. I just love like preaching the gospel about what like the really cool stuff going on in the community. So
Yeah.
it's not my fault. I'm sorry, okay? I can just stop myself.
No, no, that's cool. I mean, just I was just saying, like, people are going to think that you're getting paid for saying these good things, but
Wow.
yeah, like, no, no, that's not the case. He will be getting paid for other stuff, not for saying good things. So yeah, actually, for saying the truth, right? Like for telling the truth, not just good things. So man, so we have like 15 minutes left. So ambassador program,
Oh, the next big
how
thing.
the next big thing, yeah. So how are you feeling about it? Like because we so for people who don't know, we were uh, beta testing the ambassador program with Ace, with Elegbede
I'm,
Aziz.
I'm the lab
Yeah.
rat, okay? I'm the lab rat. Lucas, Lucas,
So
Lucas will say, Lucas will say, Ace, you are the lab rat. You are our lab rat for the ambassador program. I'm like, what?
you are this how's it called? I can't remember in English the name, but anyway. So yeah, how's it going? Like how have you been experiencing it so far? Like what's missing? What's good? What's bad? What's
So far, I think it's just been perfect. And I'm publishing my first article. And thanks to hey guys, I haven't written an article before, right? This is my first time writing an article, because I'm like I'm like the lab rat of the ambassador program. So it makes me want to do something, push boundaries, right? So and I from there, you can either write an article, talk, give presentations, contribute to the project, right? So like I want to be involved in every aspect. I want to know how it feels like to be in the program, right? So the program actually made me give my first in-person talk right here in Lagos, Nigeria. That's where I'm from, right?
Mhm.
So, the program is what inspired me to like go there and talk in front of crowds, right? About ACKPI. And I got to like meet really cool people, doing amazing stuff in Africa. And they get to like, okay, because Fran sent me, ACKPI swag, right? It was so much, right? So when I got the swag, I was like, how am I gonna share this, man? Like it was too much, right? But guess what? When I go to the conference, then I realized it was not much. It was small. It was little.
It's
It
little.
was little, right? So I get to like share the swags to an extent. I started hiding them from people, right? Because when they see somebody, they ask, where do you get this t-shirt? I love it. I love the design, right? And they're like, oh, it's a KPI. And it was so exhausting because in order for me to give them shirts, I get to like introduce it's a KPI spec to them. And I
You were
think
pitching.
I think Alemi can relate. Alemi from Postman because he wasn't at the conference.
Yes.
So we have this crowd, like us like make you at the booth. And when I'm like talking to this set of people, Fran, when I'm talking to this particular set of people, and I look up and I'm like, oh God, this is going bad. Like I can't attend to all of you. Come on. Like there were so many, and I was sweating. And I still have to take pictures with them, right? They just wanted, and it was so fun, right? It was like this is really cool. Like I can't believe I'm like in this position, right? Doing this
Mm,
amazing stuff, right? Getting to meet people, getting to talk to people, introducing stuff to people. I even met people at the like people building the future of fintech in Africa, right? And you get to like talk to them about message-driven APIs and introduce async API spec to them, and like you see them and you're like, wow, this is cool. Like this is my first time hearing about this, and it's just like I showed somebody is a senior engineer at Paystack is a payment, is a fintech, just like the Stripe of Africa, right?
Mhm.
So I was showing the guy, how you can visualize yourself using the event-driven EDA visualization tool in Studio, right? And the guy saw it. I was like, wow, like it's cool. Like I could just see where my message or my data is going and stuff. You can like see everything in real
Mhm.
time. And I was so pumped. Like I was so hyped. I was so happy. Like
Yeah.
damn, like thanks to the program, right?
And the cool thing is that you're not representing, because I did that in the past, but you're not representing a company, right? So it's not for private profit. It is, so you the what you're doing is, it is not for private profit of you or Async KPI as a company, right? Because there's no Async KPI company. So Async KPI is just an open
Yeah,
source project. The money is in a
project.
foundation. We invest the money back into the community, and other stuff, like like the conference, and other stuff, right? And and the cool thing about this is that you're not representing just a for profit stuff, right? So, which is cool. I mean, it's totally fine if you represent a company and something that is just for profit, that's okay. But to me, it feels a little bit more special, because it's like, we're doing this for the good of the people, not for the good of a specific business, right? Of
Mhm.
course, business will take advantage of it to make more money. That's cool. That's okay. That's what is getting us here. But in the first place, like, we can do this because some businesses are profiting from it. So that is actually good. But yeah, like, you're not doing it for a specific company. You're doing it for a community, right? A community of people, and that is, to me, that is powerful, right? That is
It's
super
powerful,
cool.
man. It's powerful.
Yeah, that
Like
is powerful.
when they ask about the shares, like people think, oh, maybe it's a company because we have companies like GitHub and Facebook and Google, and like the swag was so outstanding, and like when they ask me what's company, I just say not a company, it's a project.
It's a project. There's no company behind it. Exactly.
Not a company.
you, you know that in the beginning of the project, when I was just myself alone working on it, uh, I tried to make it look everything so professional, and so, yeah, like, so professional. I tried to make it look so super professional that people started thinking that there was a company behind it, like a company with a full team of people, and I was like, no, just myself alone. Right? Really, like, and I was like, yeah, of course, I'm using templates for the website and so on. I'm not doing the whole design by myself from scratch. um, but yeah, like, everything was looking so professional, and the language that I was using is we all the time, you and we, instead of I, because I could be
I
using I, right? But I was using we, but there was no we, it was just me, right? But I was using we, and that's and the message that was sending to people is, people for some reason started thinking that there was a lot of money behind this. There was a huge company, or a company with investment or something like that. And I was like, no, I'm just myself alone, and I don't have investment. I'm doing this in my spare time. So if you can donate some money, that would be really helpful, right? So I can
yeah.
continue doing this, or I can pay people to help me with this, right? And yeah, luckily I managed to find people who will pay for that. But yeah, like, this is, I know that feeling. Like, sometimes we do this in a such a professional way. We try to hide it so much from what it really is, that people think that this is completely another thing. And with this in KPI, it's already happening. Like, people, sometimes in issues or pull requests, or in conversations in GitHub, or also in Slack, they, during a conversation, they mention, yeah, but because the Async KPI company, blah blah blah, whatever. And it's like, no, 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 no,
No.
no. What Async KPI company? There is no Async KPI company, man. Like, we're not a company. I mean, we could have tried, and like we were thinking, like, Lucas and I, before joining Postman, we were like, should we create a company, or should we just um, accept what Postman is offering? And we accepted the Postman offer, because we don't have to think about businesses and making money and making customers, acquiring customers, right? So, and so on, because we were like, no, we just want to do event-driven architectures and async API. I don't care about the acquiring, gaining customers or something like that. I don't care. It's not my you know it's not my dream in life, right? To be working on these things. I'm not I'm not a businessman. I'm just a developer. And it's like, I'm just a developer. I mean, lately I'm less of a developer, but I still keep developing. so yeah, as Alejandra will probably put it, I'm a model now. So yeah, I keep
Yeah, portfolio.
That's, so all I do now is just sewing myself and trying to help others do their job. But yeah, like in the end, it's like I prefer to be doing this than to be worrying about investors, money, customers. Customers, it's all fine, but I prefer to care about people who are using the async API tools and spec, and
Yeah,
not caring about if they are paying or not, or they're not paying, and thinking about we have to make at least this amount of money so we can pay people, otherwise we will have to fire them because we cannot pay. I don't want to go through that. Even thinking about it is like it's too much. I don't want to play with people's lives like like this. I'm not saying I will not do it in the future. I may in the future. Who knows? I may decide to create a company at some point. Not about this in KPI. I don't think so. But about something else. I don't know. Maybe. But yeah, this time we were like, no, let's just do whatever we like to do and let other people worrying about the money and getting paid every month, and so we don't have to worry about it. And that's Postman. So yeah,
that's that's
so that
that's
is
that's
really cool.
cool. You can see why I said this community is way out of this world.
So
It's
mate,
setting it's us.
so go ahead.
So I said the community is setting standard for other communities. That's just it. So as I was
Oh,
saying earlier, today I see the ambassador program. The ambassador program is gonna open doors for other contributors that are looking for ways to like make impact, to contribute. And it's not just maybe you can't code. It is fine. You don't have to know how to code to participate in the ambassador program, right? You can, if you like speaking at event, if you like presenting, you can participate in the program, right? If you write, if you're a technical writer and you want to participate, you can come participate, right? It is not fixed to a particular set of people, right? So it doesn't matter what your field is, right? So just come
or if
come
or
do
if you're
amazing
or if
stuff.
you're a designer, or if you're a
Or if you're
designer,
a
like
designer,
Missy will be super happy if you're a designer that you can join her and other folks as well. Like
so
like we need designers.
we
Developers are
we need
terrible at
designers.
designing.
Hello, we need designers.
We need designers. So yeah, I agree. I agree.
Cool. And you also, we planning to, have these on the website, in the SKPI website, features, the list of people that participated in the ambassador programs, right? And we also, I was telling Lucas the other day about what if we could like create a social card they can share on their social platforms, right? To promote themselves. Like, hey, like I'm here, like I'm doing amazing stuff, which is like KPI. Like I'm an ambassador program. You also get swag packs, right? Like I think that's the coolest thing about open source, right? I just when I just close my laptop and I see these stickers and I get to like I don't get to pay for them. I have this box where I can drink from, right? You see, we are in different continents and we have same stuff. So what I'm saying, right? The program like gives you so much opportunity. Like it gives you back,
Yeah.
right? And that's what it is all about, right? Giving back to the community. And I think the ambassador program is for that also. And to be honest, I can't imagine kind of opportunities that will be open for people that are into the program, right? So it's the opportunities are endless. Trust me, like
Yeah.
don't let me give you the Fuji's, okay? Just join this Slack channel, uh, come hear the rest.
Yeah, and actually, there is. I mean, I, aside from your case, and from the like Suvik, for instance, Suvik case as well. Suvik also joined Postman recently, and he's been a contributor of SNKPI for a long time. He even won the last hackathon. So so aside from you folks who are being hired, but by a company to work on SNKPI full time and things like this, I get to hear lots of stories privately of people coming to me and saying, uh, I'm thankful that I joined the SNKPI community because I got to learn about event-driven architectures. And I was applying to a job, whatever job, I don't know, right? I was applying to a job, and they in the test that they were making me to see if I'm a good fit or not, they asked me about event-driven architecture stuff, and I got to learn about event-driven architectures because I got to participate in the community. So that is cool. Like, indirectly, you got me a job, right? So
Of
somehow
course.
you helped, or you helped me get a job, and that is like, when I hear these stories, for me, it's like, it's even
Feel like
yeah, I feel full from inside. I'm full. If I keep hearing these stories, I'll explode myself because because it's like, and I go to bed and it's like, we're doing a good job. This is really cool. So yeah, it's like, this is really fulfilling. So that's actually fulfilling. There's a word. So
yes.
yeah. So that's really cool, man. We're over time, but want to say some last words before we finish?
I think if I would say anything,
Anything,
is anything. Okay,
anything.
Fran, I'm not advertising. Okay, I'm just saying the truth. I'm not getting paid. I'm
Buy
not.
Nike shoes, the best shoes in the market.
I'm not the paid guy. So because I believe open source is like a really big thing. It's like I think it's the coolest thing that ever happened to me. And if I'm to say it right, so at SNKPI actually changed a lot about me and gave me, a big dream, like something to dream about, right? I was given an opportunity, and I believe if I can get that opportunity to, see myself doing big stuff, right? So I don't believe it's just limited to only. So I believe if I can have access to that opportunity, to those resources, I believe anybody. I'm not smart, okay. I don't consider myself to be super smart, right? so
You are.
so if I can get this opportunity, to do big stuff, to like dream big, just through open source and via KPI. So I guess anybody, no matter who you are, can come and trust me. When you leave, you will never remain the same. In a
In a good way.
good way.
In a good way. When you leave, you'll never be the same again.
No, no, in a good way. In a good way. Like you leave and you keep telling the story. Like you keep telling people, oh God, like you keep recommending people.
Hmm.
You say, you want to do open source, you recommend the same KPI. You want to do open source? No, no, I have a community, just go there. And it's just cool. And the coolest is that when I joined SNKPI, right, I was like the only person in the community that's from Lagos, Nigeria, like Nigeria, my country.
Mhm.
Guess what? Like recently, I've started seeing people in the community
Yeah,
they are from where I came from, and it was like
yeah.
cool. I was like, wow, it's moving. It's
Yeah,
going globally. Like it's right here in Africa, and
it's
I
expanding.
was
Yeah,
so happy. I
yeah,
was so happy. That's just it, right?
that is that is amazing. That I and it's not even in my town. I think in my town is, yeah, I don't think there are other community members in my town, maybe one or two or something like that.
I'm sorry.
Friends of
I'm
mine, of
sorry.
course, friends of mine.
Sorry.
So they don't count because they're friends of mine or they're my wife. So, that doesn't count. but yeah, I
it,
agree. I
it,
get what you're saying.
it's a great
It's really
experience,
cool.
Fran. To be honest.
Yeah, yeah, it is really cool. I agree. Thanks a lot, Ace, and thanks a lot, everyone, for watching. We're coming back with Thinking Out Loud in October. Um, we'll come back with a renewed format. I'll be telling more. We're still working on this, and yeah, have a great summer. Have a great holiday season. I just have my suitcase here ready to to jump to to travel and go to the beach. No, just kidding. I'm not. But but yeah. Take care. Enjoy the holiday season, and see you after September.
All right.
Cheers. Bye bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye bye.